Welcome to Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Hoosiers. We expect Memorial Stadium to be rocking because these fans have been getting ready since early this morning. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Hoosiers will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Cornhuskers offense will take the first swing of the game. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
The give to the tailback. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll try the run. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. After run, now throw. With the catch, it's Nair. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabs it in the middle. Makes the catch and he's brought down. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fido. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to him. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Huskers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Makes the grab. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And when you get closer to this area near the red zone and closer inside the 5 like you are here, it's tough to throw certain routes, right? Like you need to throw those slants, you need to throw those fades, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands really quickly because you know you're going to get some pressure from that defense.
Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the move from inside his 5. Running through contact. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Hoosiers offense has the ball for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses...
Off he goes! A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And now on second down for this offense. Second down. Wants to throw. It's Rourke. They're setting up the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. It's complete to the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Getting some heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On second down, looking again to throw. They're trying to get to him. Short gain on the play before he slides. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Trying to get to him. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Absolutely perfect. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Bloomington. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the Huskers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Going up top on first down. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to pass, it's Rourke. They're bringing heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the defense doing work. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Working that left side. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
To the ground with the back. Thrust that arm out.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Give to the running back. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Before that score, considering last rights, now all of a of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Obvious thinking here. Get the two-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. Pressure coming. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble?
Conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Nebraska, 14. Indiana, 9.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Lloyd. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Feeling some heat. Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Coming after him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Slips through the line. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Scanning the field, it's Rourke. Outside the pocket, lets it go. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
One of the things you have to be impressed about this defense is that they've got guys in the back end who can cover, man-to-man or zone. That last one gets swatted away. They're in a situation where they're expecting pass. You know this is going to be a tight window to throw into if you're the quarterback here.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Indiana! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch, take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Looking for a man. It's Rourke. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the two-point try.
That keeps the score. Indiana 15, Nebraska 14.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Looking to go up top on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And back to the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab down the left side. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.